requirement 2 is, okay, requirement 2 is read the data from how many department files are there for us. Let's go and check in the target files. You have it, right? So if you go to training folder, how many department files are there? Marketing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think 16 are there, right? And
Yes.
16 are there. So let's check only read the data from 10 different files and different department files and load the data. So one approach one is using union, right? Using union, what do you need to do? Create a drag and drop, yeah, drag and drop 10 sources pointing to 10 different files, right? Now link it to union and then target. What is the approach to here? We have file indirect option. Okay, file indirect option will be there. Okay, so let's do something. Now go here. Okay, now come here, create a mapping. Okay, let's do the same thing. Okay, m underscore file department to, okay, file department to target file department. What we are using? File indirect. Okay, we call it as a file indirect option. Okay, in file indirect option, what we will do? Okay, what we do is create one file which will have, okay, which will store the names of all files. Okay, give this file name as file list file name. We call this as a file list file name. We'll call this as a file list. Okay, we'll call this as a file list. Now it will read the data from this file, and in this file, whatever the files are available, okay, whatever the files are available, it will just go and read the data from all those files. Let's see how to do it. Okay, now we need a source, right? What is the source structure for us? What is the source structure?
File.
Flat file.
Employee flat file, right? Employee flat file is there. Now you have a target. What is the target name? What is the target
Department.
name? We have just now created, right? Where it is? What is the target name for us? This is transaction. This is union file, right? Department union file. It is having the same structure, right? Because this is a structure that we want to create, right?
Yeah.
Now all of the files are having the same structure, and your target also you want to have the same structure, right? Correct? Got it, or any doubts here? So what you're doing is you're reading the data from 10 different files and loading the data. So now let's see, by using single source, how we can read the data from 10 different files. Okay. So the ask is simple, right? So ask is read the data from 10 different files and load the data into file. So for that, what you need to have? You need to have 10 different sources. Are you clear till here?
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, instead of generating or instead of having all those 10 sources, you can go with only one source. Okay, I'll tell you how to do that. But just think like, now this is referring to 10 sources. Just think like that. Okay, now one part is completed. You are reading the data. Then after that, you need to do what you need to do. You have to load the data into target, right? Clear?
Yeah.
But this target is having only three sub departments, right? So we need 10 departments. We are taking the same target.
No, this target is not having the departments data. It is just the structure. It is just the structure. Okay. Here, that is a structure. If you go here, you are combining the data here. It's a kind of one set for this target.
Okay.
It is not having three, so it won't store the data. It is just a structure. That's the reason I'm saying again. So your sources, targets are just the structure. It is not referring to the data. Okay. It is not referring to the data. Here, the file which is generated is having the data. Okay.
Okay.
It is not the, it's not like it will store 3 files, 10 files. Everything it has to combine, it has to be one set. Your target will accept only one set of data. If
But we
you,
are loading the data into the target.
yes, we are loading the data into this target. That's it. We are having one structure. Into that, we are loading the data. For example, you have a table in a SQL server or some database. Okay. Now you are inserting one record. Again, you are inserting one more department data. So for example, you have inserted 10 different records, right? You can do that, right, in the table.
Yeah.
So when you insert the data for 10 different records, you will say like it is storing the data from 10 different sets. It is only one table. It is storing. You can push the data how much you want into that table, right?
Yeah, that's in the case of source and source qualifier. But when it comes to the target, we are load whatever we need, we are loading into the target.
Here, what
So
we need
before
here,
we loaded only 3 departments. So the target will have only 3 departments in it.
this target is having. So this target is pointed to now with that target, what file you have generated? You have generated this file.
Yeah.
Right now, if I come here, if I go to the mapping, if I change the name here, what will happen? I'm giving union. Okay. Test. Okay. I'm giving test. Okay. Now what will happen? I'm saving it. So will my target name change here automatically in the target files?
Yeah.
See here, is it changed? I'm refreshing it. Okay, I'm refreshing. Is it changed?
Yes.
Is it changed? The name is changed?
Yes, changed. No, union.txt only.
Union only, na? Union.txt.
Yeah.
What I have given here? What I have given here?
Test.txt.
Underscore test I have given. Is it changed here?
No.
No. Why it is not changed? Because you already ran it. Once you run it, it will generate the file. That's it. It is done. It is about the structure and everything. It will not store any data. Here, your target, this target, it won't store the data. It will just store the structure.
Okay.
And it can point to any file. Here.
Yeah, got it. After running it, yeah, there's nothing
Now if you run
left
it,
in the target.
see here, if you run it, it is succeeded. Okay. Now go and check here. File is generated now.
Yeah.
So that it is not pointed to any data. It is just a structure. You got it, right?
Yeah.
Here, whatever I give, it will load the data into that. Right?
Yeah.
It will load the data into that one. So if I give 10 different sets of data here, it will load that 10 different sets of data into this one.
Okay.
What it is not about 3 files or 4 files. How many? It is based on your logic. For target, it is just having one set of data. It won't treat like it is 3 sets of data because you are giving only one set right here. It is just one set, right? Here output is,
Yeah.
it is the purpose of your union. You are doing this unioning of the data. That's what it is doing. It is combining all the data into from different sources. Clear?
Yeah.
Now you want to load the data instead of 3 departments. You want to store the data from
10
10
departments.
So all those departments are also having the same structure, right?
Yeah.
So I can reuse that transformation target, right? I can reuse this target. So here, what I need to do, instead of giving union file, let's, for our understanding, indirect, okay? File indirect, okay? Because we are using file indirect option, okay? Here, now, if you understand it correctly, you have to use the 10 sources, right? Because each source can point to only one file, right?
Yeah.
But what I'm saying, you can achieve this by using single source. How I will tell you now, okay? Just for now, just think like it is having 10 different sources data, okay? If it is having 10 different sources data, what we can do? Do we need any other transformation here, or do we can directly point it here?
We can
No,
directly
we
point.
need.
Yeah, tell me something.
So to load into the one, we need a transformation.
For example, you want to insert this data here. Do you need any transformation?
No.
If you want to divide the data, you need some transformation. Here,
Yes.
we are just loading the data. We are not doing anything, right? We are not doing anything. For example, in your Oracle database is there. Okay. Oracle database is there. I just want to read the data. What you will do? What query you will write in order to just read the data?
Select star from
Select star
table.
from table name. If I want to read the data. If I want to read the data for one department, like some human resources department, what you will do?
Where department name is equal
Yes.
to where
So
function.
based on your requirement, you are adding those filters, right? So what is the
Yeah.
requirement here? I just want to read the data. That's it. What I'm doing, select star and then load it here. Okay. If I want any
Yeah.
filter, for example, for one department, then I have to go with filter. Or if I want to divide the data into different departments, then I have to go with router, like different departments, separate group I want. Okay.
Separate group.
Clear? Got it?
Yeah.
So everything related to, because you are new to this one, you know SQL, so you can relate it. Okay, you got it now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, only thing what we have to explore, how we can point this to 10 different files, right?
Yeah.
How we can point this to 10 different files. Now, go to source files, because that's where we are storing our source files, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now go to training. Okay, go to training, and before this, I'll just copy this. Okay, training, and here create one more. Okay, file indirect, so you can understand is it. Okay, file indirect folder again. In this, I'm copy pasting these files. Okay, and what more files you need? I think you need 7 more files, right? Where are those files are available? Target files inside the training. So what files? We have taken these 3 files. Let's go with the document control, engineering, executive. Okay, finance, production, purchasing, and sales. Control C, go to source files and go to training, go to file indirect. You have all these files.
Yeah.
So total 9 items are there. Shall I copy paste one more item, or are we good with 9?
Yeah, we could do it.
We are good.
Just you need to understand how to do it with the different files. That's it. Okay. It doesn't matter how many files are. Tomorrow, if one more file comes here also, it is fine. Okay.
Yeah.
Now let's create one text file. Okay. Let's create one text file.
Yeah.
Okay. What we give? File list. Let's give it as file list.txt. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's go here. Column names. Let's change it. This is sales. Okay. This is production. Marketing. Marketing is correct. Okay. Information services is correct because we have changed it. Human resources is correct.
Finance.
Then finance. Okay. Finance. Let's close it. Now execute it. Amata, you are getting, at least you are
Yeah.
getting some understanding how it is happening.
Yeah.
Target is just a structure. Okay, it won't store the data. Now you have changed everything. Now go to file list, open it. Okay, file list is there. Now in file list, what you have to do? You have to give the names of all these files, right? So let's try to. What is the file name you want first? Document control. Okay. Document control dot CSV. And another one is engineering dot CSV. Okay. Executive. Finance. Human
Human
resources.
Information.
Services. Marketing. Production. And then sales. Okay. Now let's save it. Okay. And I'm saving it. Okay. I've saved it. I'm closing this. If you come here, file list, I'm opening it again. So you have all the file names. Okay. You have all the file names here, right?
Yeah.
Now close it. Go to your designer. Here, save it. Is it saved? Go to workflow. What do you have to do? You have to create a session. Which one you need to select? File indirect. This one is the mapping for it, right?
Yeah.
Now here, what you have to do? You have to go to mapping. And before that, what you have to do? Fail the parent. If this task, go to mapping, go to source. Okay. Here, input type, you have to change. It is comma, it's fine. You have to come down. Source file type, indirect. Okay. Indirect. What you have to do? It is direct. You are saying like indirect source file type. Here, where is the path?
Yeah. Training.
Path here is training and then file indirect. So you have to copy this. Okay. Training file indirect. So let's come here. Training file indirect. In that, in which file we have these file names?
File list.
File list.txt. Okay. File list dot txt. Okay.
Yeah.
You got it. What we have changed? Source file type we have changed it to indirect, and the path where the file list is available. In this file list, what we have? All the file names. Okay. Now go to target. What do you need to do?
Header.
Header you need to change because you have to give the output file names, and then give where you want to generate it inside training.
Training. Yeah.
Slash. Then
file direct.
Yeah. So here output file name. Let's give file indirect employee file. Okay.
Yeah.
Dot what is this? TXT. Okay. Now let's okay. Control S. Okay. Let's go ahead and run it. What will happen? Let's see. Will it fail or will it succeed?
Succeeds.
How many records came?
247.
Okay. Now let's go ahead and then see where it is. Go to target files. Okay. Go to target files. Info share. Target files. Now go to then here file directory employee file. Now see here. You have the data here. Which department? Document control. And then you have engineering. Right? Executive. Finance.
Human resources.
Human resources is there. And then information services is there. Right? You got the data from all the files. Marketing is there. Production is there. Okay. And then now all of this is production, and then production. And then you have sales, right? So this is how you will read the data from multiple files of the same structure. What did you do? If all of these are having the same structure, then only you can go with this option. Okay. Which option we need to use? File indirect, right? Now to select in the source the type as source file here source file type as indirect. In the sense what you're saying, we are indirectly referring to the file names. How you can get the file names? You have to go to this file list and then get the corresponding file names. Okay?
Yeah.
Clear?
Yeah.
Any doubts? So this is what you have. It will read the data from all these. For example, if tomorrow, if you want to read from some new file, you can give that file name here.
So
Yeah.
for more than one file, we can use file indirect.
Yes,
We
correct.
need not use union.
We need not to use it because that is serving the same purpose, right? Again,
Yeah.
here with this, just you need to copy paste the file names here.
Yeah.
There, every time you have to create some source and then you have
Source,
to
multiple.
everything you need to do. For example,
Yeah.
some new source is coming tomorrow. Here, what you need to do? Add one more source and you have to link it and then you have to do all of that stuff. But with this
Yeah.
file indirect option, what you have to do? Just go
We
here.
can directly add to the.
Yeah, add one more file name. That's
Yeah.
clear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clear.
Okay then. So what we have learned today? Union and
And file indirect.
File.
Okay. Give the file name as the file list file name. You got it right now?
Yeah.
You have created the file list, file name as a file list file name, and then link it to target. That's it. Clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay then. That's it for today's session. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.